Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Persona 5.
What a coincidence.
You ride this train at this time too. What a coincidence. We've finished investigating the palace. All that's left is the calling card. When are you going to send it? After we prepare.
True.
So the more important it is, the more cautious we should be. You have a point. You are dependable, as I thought. I'll leave the timing of the calling card in your care. Thank you.
Oh, have you heard?
Madarame, the maestro of the art world. Artists with that good of an eye are rare in Japan. I wonder if he has synesthesia. Yes, regarding synesthesia, one of many English terms that come from Greek words. Haven't you heard of it? It's a condition where your senses can cross over each other, like seeing music as color. Mr. Polka, you were staring off into space, weren't you?
Question.
Well, your number's up. The root of the word synesthesia are sin and aesthesis. Oh my god, what do they mean? I'm butchering words here. I was trying to figure it out here, and I bounced around, and I was like, I know sin, sign, or S-Y-N is
good.
Together, so you've been studying. Unfortunately, synesthesia is something you have to be born with. You can't learn it. Some of the geniuses over the course of history have had synesthesia. Composer Franz Liszt instructed his orchestra to play the color purple. The poet Arthur Rimbaud was also said to see colors in letters. Wow, he was actually... Guys, I have butchered the English language today, and I am so sorry if you actually know how to say those words, and I've completely triggered you. Seeing colors and sounds and letters, the feeling, shapes, and flavors and numbers. Geniuses and common people see the world differently. Were you able to understand that?
I see.
Synesthesia, huh? Although the reason Madarame sees the world differently is because of his distorted desires. Alright, so... Morgana is like a super nag there. This one's super special. It's not even on anywhere on the form yet. Anyway, do you remember that bully Daisuke Takanashi whose heart you changed earlier? Well, it turns out there was someone pulling the strings the whole time. It seems that Takanashi didn't have a choice but to listen to what the guy told him to do. But ordering someone to bully other people is a pretty crappy thing to do, isn't it? That is horrible, right? It's totally unacceptable. The person has to be somewhere in our school, right? You should go take a look around. In the meantime, I'll secretly do a little more research too. So, I'm so glad I edited this episode down because I spent 15 full minutes exploring this school. And you can see here that I was just like clicking through people's dialogues. I'm just like, come on! Like 15 minutes of searching the entirety of the school. And then I ran across Makoto. Oh, are you alone today? I heard that you were quite the troublemaker. You seem to be behaving yourself. And I was like, oh, that's cool that they, throw her into school and she's reading a book. And I was like, oh, there's an emergency accident. No people back here. And then I noticed she turned away from me and I was like, what's she doing? She's reading the book so awkwardly. And then I was like, is she tiptoeing behind me? What the? I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, oh, maybe these people know something about that school bully. And I was like, come on, school bully. Nope, nothing. Oh, okay. And then I saw her for a second. I don't even know if I did see her. I was just like, oh, school rankings. And I was like, Lady Anna's a bit below. She said the wrong. And I was like, huh. Well, no, I was like, I already been that way. And I was like, maybe these guys? And I was like, no school bully. And I was like, what the? I was like, what is she doing? And then I walked over here and I watched her run away and I was like, what the? And she goes and hides in that corner and I was just like, that's ridiculous. And I gave up looking for him. Hey, there's something I'd like to ask you. I heard this Madarame has quite the reputation. Is he that great of a man? And I was like, he's just a bad person. Oh, is there some rumor about him going around? I have a friend who claims to be a former pupil of his. Apparently he's had a terrible experience. I didn't ask for the details though. I felt awkward about probing into his life. Yeah, I gave up looking for that bully.
What are your thoughts?
And I ended up finding out that I never joined the part-time.
Okay.
I'm just clicking like a madman at this point. I forgot that I didn't apply to the beef bowl shop. And I was like, oh, I should go ahead and do that.
Man.
And then I ended up back at the diner. And I was like, I'll just study and gain more guts because I can't hang out with the doctor until I do. There was so much of this episode I just chalked out because it was like such a humongous waste of time.
Ah, you're back.
Another box came for you. And the adhesive bandages arrived. And I ended up taking a charming bath. There's just a lot of repeat stuff that I don't feel like I want to include in the episodes, but I just wanted to show you where I went. I get better about hanging with confidants later. Wasn't there a book I hadn't finished? Yeah, there it is. Buchiko's story. After his death, the statue of Buchi became the symbol of Shibuya. Buchiko, the story about this dog makes me cry every time. Okay.
What are your thoughts?
So you finished reading Buchiko's story. A dog who kept waiting for his master in Shibuya, huh? A noble and loyal friend to the end. I have to admit that this story moves me. Can't you feel its gentle warmth in your heart? So I didn't mention this yet, but this episode is actually where my original audio is going to come back. I'm so excited for that original audio. Mostly because it takes way longer to edit videos when I have to do these voiceovers. Like, I had planned to get 2 weeks ahead of schedule. We can now take him down now. We can now take him down, yes? Madarame's gonna be a changed man. There won't be any way to revert it, though. Are you sure you're okay with that?
You're sicking me.
I have thought it over carefully, and I cannot think of a future in which he does not pay his dues. He has preyed not only on the art world, but on countless talents, so I humbly request your help. Alright.
You have my thanks.
I apologize for making you do this. Not at all. We just didn't want to impose if you weren't feeling up to it, Yusuke.
Okay.
But if you're already determined to do it, then there's nothing more for us to say. If I recall, our next step is sending a calling card, correct? What a suave maneuver.
Right.
It's not about acting cool. The calling card is a way to trigger a change in his cognition. A change in cognition. That reminds me, you went through some trouble regarding that before. Ah, you must be talking about when we forced open the security gate in the courtyard. The palace is a cognitive world, so it's changing its ruler's cognition changes the topography, I think. Very nicely put, Lady Ann. You're absolutely correct. This will be a vital tactic from here forward.
May I get a word in?
Actually, may I ask a truly basic question? You continue to mention cognition quite readily. But why does that world form from materialized cognitions even exist to begin with? Don't tell me, has it always existed while we go about our daily lives completely oblivious?
No.
Honestly, I'm not sure. At the very least, I know it existed before the Kamoshida incident, but that's all. I see. Crap, he totally caught me off guard with that. And it's kind of weird thinking there just might be a whole world we don't know a damn thing about. Did that thought ever cross your mind, Akio? And I was like, of course it did. Don't be so anxious. You don't even know everything about the city you live in, after all. All that's important is that we know how to make use of that world and how to traverse it.
Okay.
Then it's decided. Let's prepare the calling card.
A calling card, huh? Will they take it seriously? He is famous after all. He has often received slanderous letters till now as well.
He'll know best whether the crime written on it is for real or not.
Wait. Are you going to write it again, Ryuji? That last one was questionable at best.
I thought it was pretty good for Ryuji.
You should do it then, Yusuke. Oh, make it really artistic and stuff.
No, it'll end with him figuring it out. He knows my drawing and writing styles all too well.
Oh, then I'll think it up and you make it cooler.
Designing a calling card. Interesting. It shall become proof that the Phantom Thieves do exist.
It's decided then.
Great! All that's left is to make the treasure ours. You guys better come fully prepared.
Alright, so...
Ah.
obviously you have to go straight to bed. Well, yo, I tried changing the chat icon. Looks the same to me. Maybe it just for the group and doesn't show up in here. Well, you should take a look later. It's that Phantom Thieves logo I had Yusuke draw for us. The calling card turned out great because of him too. Anyways, this is the first job for the Phantom Thieves. We really can't screw this up, okay? I know. And make sure Yusuke gets a lot of rest today, okay? Yep. Well, see you tomorrow. Got it. See you tomorrow. And then I think I opened up the menu to... Yeah, see, there's the chat icon. It's like, oh, there it is. It looks cool. You seem different. You always have that scowl on your face. It's like, wow. Oh no, that could have easily been avoided. He knows it, and I'm sure he regrets it. It's a Nifu. That must be such a difficult loss to accept. I wish he could let him have some time to himself. Well then, let's move on to the post-mortem where we analyze what happened in the game. And I was like, that must be like a shogi match or something.
I see.
And blah blah blah. Of course you can make tools before
Okay.
going to bed. The day
What are your
before.
thoughts?
So I kind of just chopped the
Yeah.
bit of that out. We don't need to see all that. There was something I wanted to talk about, and I just can't remember it.
Good morning.
We meet again.
That
It
reminds
appears
me.
you've been lying low lately. What's with the change? I'm acting the same as usual.
I see.
Really? Is it just my imagination then? Anyhow, I wish the culprit would come forward soon. It's absurd to pretend I can do the police's job. I wish he had considered my feelings before asking me this. And I believe I said here, I don't feel sorry for you. I remember exactly what I said because I was
Pardon me, sir.
still annoyed
There's a matter we need to notify you about.
about how she talked
Please
about
excuse me
An.
for a moment. What is it?
We found this outside.
A letter?
It's, Sir Ichiriusai Madarame, a great sinner of vanity whose talent has been exhausted. You are an artist who uses his authority to shamelessly steal the ideas of his pupils. We have decided to make you confess all your crimes with your own mouth. We will take your distorted desires without fail from the Phantom Thieves.
Whose doing is this?
We don't know. The same letter has been posted everywhere.
What about the security cameras?
There were no signs of the culprit. All we saw was a cat in the recordings.
Remove these at once!
Of course.
What now?
It's about this affecting the exhibit. We believe it's just a prank, but what of the mass media?
Are you insinuating that this slander is true?
Of course not.
It's those damn brats doing, isn't it? Well, it means nothing. They'll only be able to do as they please until this exhibit is over.
Oh, I just remembered.
Will that do?
Yup, it was perfect. The composition was way cooler too.
The treasure should appear right about now.
You better enjoy the air of freedom while you still can, old man. Anyways, did you guys check online? People are already talking about that calling card. We'll show them. We're gonna surprise them all.
I'm sure you know, but we only get one shot to pull this off.
Let's do this.
It'll be fine. We managed last time too.
You have no reservations about this either, right, Yusuke?
Of course not. We'll do this.
So interesting thing was when I replayed this game so that way I could record the boss battle again, I ended up on the same exact date. I was on 5:25 too, and I was like, oh, that's nice. The atmosphere in here seems significantly different. I mean, we did basically declare war on him by sending that card. But there's nothing to fear. We've secured a route, and we're ready to go. We'll take the treasure in style. God, I love this music so much. It seems there are vermin sniffing around here, but we'll have to endure until the exhibit ends. Those impertinent whelps. I'll make them regret ever angering me.
It looks like.
It seems to blah blah blah. I clicked too fast. Oh yeah, I had a problem like trying to figure out where I was supposed to go, and then I eventually saw the exclamation mark. I was like, oh, here. It's finally time. There'll be no turning back once the operation begins. And worst comes to worst, we might have to fight. That's right. Are you ready, Joker? Ready as I'll ever be. Yes. Okay, everyone to your positions. There's an enemy inside, just as expected. I mean, we've done a ton in here. It ain't surprising. Anyway, I'm gonna try and draw it out, so I'll leave the switch to you guys. Will you be okay? What if it catches up to you? Don't underestimate an ex-runner. I'll definitely gonna shake it off. Hey, there's something weird. There's some weird people in here. Hey, I need some help. What's the matter? Better make it skull. Is this good?
Right.
Yeah, it's perfect. You seem to be enjoying this. Only the best can appreciate these critical moments. Plus, this feels like we're really fan of these.
Yes.
We'll be counting on you, Mona, and Panther as well. There's Fox's signal. That means they're ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this.
Okay.
Joker, now. Yeah!
Joker!
Sorry for the wait. My bad. It took me ages to get that guy off my trail. Wait, where's Mona? Let us reconvene with Mona. Hey, how's that for a skilled plan? That was amazing, Mona. Lord Madarame, the piece is gone. How dare those vermin, but now we'll corner them like the rats they are. Lock all the doors at once. They have nowhere to run.
Hey.
So, what did the treasure turn out being? I'm guessing it's a painting based on the shape. We can look into that later. For now, we must escape. Yeah, it's time to go. Oh yeah, I changed Yusuke out of the party here. Also, look at the painting on Mona's back and how it flashes different colors. It's kind of cool. It's like the painting underneath was like flashing or something. Dude, no way, it's not opening? Seriously? I heard sounds coming from the crane. Check up above. What do we do? You don't got a plan about how to get out of here? What kind of master thief are you? In any case, let us search for another way out. We must escape. There's so many times I had to say that line there. I clicked so fast, there's no way I read that. Man. I want to go back to my past self and slap. Oh, a window, but where's it go? Now isn't it time to get lost in thought. Let's go. Whoa, this shit's real high up. But at least we're outside. Is there a way to get down from here?
I have something.
And I was like, yeah, but is there any other extra treasure? And it was like, no. Straight down. I was trying to see, like, where are we supposed to go? And I'm like, oh, I guess we keep going this way. And then I ran down there because I was like, oh? And then I was like, I guess we have to go through the red door.
Yes.
Is this another portal to an unknown destination? Don't have time to lose. Just go through it. Now's our chance. For real? But I guess there's no other way.
Whoa!
Is this the courtyard? I knew it! All that security would have been meaningless if it just led back inside. It seems we managed to escape their siege. Meow! Dude, why is Mona getting excited now of all times? I just can't take it anymore! Let's take a look at this treasure!
Treasure!
Alright, so there, right here was when I was like, oh, am I not supposed to talk about, like, the painting here that I'm about to see? And I'm just gonna... this is a recording that I will show you.
Huh?
This is the treasure?
Get back!
Whoa!
Meddlesome vermin. Is this what you're looking for?
What nonsense that you used a mousetrap on me.
So you had a fake prepped, huh?
Counterfeits are accepted in the world of Japanese art.
No, they're not.
What made you change like this? Is it because you became famous? Can't you understand how much it pains me to inquire about the crimes of my foster father?
Now that I think back, the only reason why I took you in was due to my ties with your mother. That woman never lost her passion for painting, even after her husband died. Her skills and talents were quite astonishing. That's why I decided to look after her. Your mother and the artwork she created, they're all my works of art.
How low can you sink?
I suppose I can grant you a gift before you die. A glimpse of the genuine Sayuri.
Genuine?
Admittedly, I never saw this coming.
That's the real Sayuri? This can't be.
And I figured out right here that clearly Sayuri is his mother holding him.
Huh?
Yeah. I was like, oh man, this guy's despicable.
Indeed it is. This was painted by your mother. It's a portrait of herself. A woman who knew her death was coming painted her last wishes for the son she would leave behind.
Scumbag.
That is the truth. Behind the mystery of Sayuri's expression.
Such a scumbag. You can see I paused a lot here, just
You stole something that personal?
being angry.
I knew at first glance. I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name.
But the baby in the picture. Why did you paint over it?
It was all to stage it. If the babe is erased, the reason for the woman's expression will become a mystery. That's what the general public is drawn to. Each of those parasitic critics wrote the same thing.
I always felt something was off about all this. Now I know what it is. If you really treasured that painting, you wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all!
Though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more than those scribbles on that fake.
It makes me laugh, asshole!
So you'll defy me no matter what? Well then, since you're my work of art, Yusuke, I'm going to reap you for the sake of my future. Along with those insolent friends of yours there.
I can't believe you're treating both mother and son like they're objects. You're inhuman!
Fox?
So I paused for like multiple times here. I think I was talking about Atlas's request.
I've heard that you destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. Did that include my mother as well?
She just so happened to have a seizure in front of me. That's when a thought crossed my mind. If I
Okay, so in the original video, I started clicking past the dialogue because I was reading it and getting angry. Additionally, at the time, I was following Atlas's request not to show
heard that
footage
you
of the
destroy
following
your
boss
art
fights.
Once they outlive their usefulness.
In order for a better viewing
Did that
experience, I went
include
back and
my
replayed
mother
the
as
game to
well?
show you the fight. This will be confusing because I will be jumping from my replay and the original fight. For now, the following footage is from the replay of the game.
That's when a thought crossed my mind. If I don't call for help and leave her be, I could obtain her painting without any strings attached.
No. You let her die?
It's, you know, this is a really odd thing. I don't know if it would be called a crime under, like, normal circumstances, but at the very least, it's a pretty monstrous thing to do. So, whether or not you could be, like, you could be convicted of some sort of crime off of that, you can certainly be evaluated as a pretty terrible human being.
She was physically weak. No one would doubt if she just dropped dead because of a seizure.
Doesn't make it right.
Above all, Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayuri.
So this sentence never made sense to me. Above all, Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayuri. How would he figure it out? It doesn't seem possible.
You killed her.
The artistic talents you inherited from your mother were a delightful miscalculation, though. If I'm to steal ideas, it's much easier robbing the future of brats who won't talk back than adults. It's thanks to you that I came up with the idea. You have my gratitude.
The other thing that bewilders me, I guess it's because, like, the guy Nako Nohara looked more like an adult. I couldn't imagine him being a child being raised by him. But
Yusuke?
I thank you, Madarame. Every reason for me to forgive you has disappeared without a trace at this very moment.
it's true.
You aren't some rotten artist. You're a despicable fiend who wears the skin of an artist.
All you good-for-nothings barging into my museum and doing whatever the hell you want. Those who have the connections make the rules. Those who don't, follow them.
If you guys hear, like, a scattering sound behind me, it's my cat. He's attacking something. Sorry.
Not to mention, the value of art is all subjective. I make the rules in the art scene. I am the supreme being. I am the god of the art world.
This isn't good. Get back!
Now, let's begin, you vermin.
So now we're back on the original playthrough. I'm going to montage through a bunch of deaths because it just makes more sense to show you the original here before going to me actually beating the boss. At some point, I actually lost my mic in the recording, so this is really awkward. I guess I'm gonna have to redub over some of the stuff I said. I'm sorry. I'll have to fix that.
Joker, get up!
Okay, that was my best attempt by far. That's attempt number 3. I don't even know what to say really about this boss fight. It has multiple phases. Well, not really multiple phases, but it has like a first phase and then clearly a distinct second phase that it rotates back to, and then rotates back to the first phase, and blah 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 blah. And the first phase is devastating. I am struggling through it. I'm gonna give it another go. Ooh, guys, this is attempt number... I forget now. I think I've done like 12 or 13 times now. So, I've been able to get the boss to a certain part of the fight, and it's a little tough because I know what I need to do, but in execution, I don't think it's possible with the current personas I have. Additionally, I don't think I could do it with the health that I currently have for the characters. What's really inconvenient is the turn order, though. Due to the way that I have my fight set up, I need a certain turn to happen. Well, a certain character to go before a certain turn. Instead, that character goes after this particular turn, which causes me to not do so well. It's a long roundabout way of saying that, like, I have no way to fix what's going on. Because both characters that I need the turn of is not showing up. So there's like a couple ways I could go about it. Two ways are that I go for an AoE magic situation, which I have tried and not succeeded at. You know what? I'm gonna give it one more go. I'm gonna give it one more go. Well, okay, so I tried to do an all magic route, and it's definitely not doable that way either. So the only way I see myself winning is one, if I super grind, or I don't. Two, I have to make better personas. It's not.
So the game is over.
I think the best thing I can do is go to the safe room here. And I hate doing this, but cuz like if it were just about me playing this game on my own, I would just grind and solve it. But the problem that I have with doing that when I'm trying to beat this game for you guys is that I want to beat it in a timely manner, and also there are spoilers everywhere. So I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to lower the difficulty down to normal, just so that way I can play this.
Now, let's begin, you vermin.
Joker, don't
Alright guys, I'm gonna let you know right now what
Calm down.
what I'm doing right now on my playthrough here is this is actually my my replay of the game. I only have 3 personas for this, but I shouldn't need any more than that. Now something I want to point out is that I'm playing on normal difficulty here. And I don't know exactly how I'm setting up this episode, but I believe I'm going to set it up so that way you guys can watch me play a little bit of the hard. Because what I did when and you'll see this, what I did when I was playing hard, because I was trying to hide the actual boss footage, I showed like my character dying. And another thing is my voice over got cut off from the original playthrough, so there's that. Let's see. I don't remember which one of these does which. Let's get rid of that one. It's dead anyways.
Not bad if I say so myself.
This is actually my this is actually like my third time playing through this dungeon again.
Come!
I'm getting pretty good at it.
Hold on. Let's see. Woodland Persona! Eat this!
When I played this on hard, so I'm gonna have to just kind of guide you guys through what happened on hard difficulty in case I don't explain it well enough in my previews. It was really hard because there's no amount of AoE you can perform here that will hit all of them, because one of them will inevitably have like an absorption to something you're casting or using. And I can't say with 100% that this goes for like every spell, but what I can say is that for like everything I tested while I was on hard, sure seemed to show that as the case. And it made it difficult because, as you're about to see, we're gonna go into the second phase. And the thing about the second phase is on hard mode, when I tried to fight what was on the second phase, it
Persona! There.
one more. So the thing that happened is like on the second phase, you have to damage off.
Madarame's out!
Damn it! I'm the great Madarame! The Madarame who gathers a full crowd every time he opens an exhibit! I'm not someone that worthless brats like you are allowed to defy!
You're still saying that? There's no need to hold back then. Let's get him, Joker!
Let's go.
So, as you can see, he has a
Now's our
life
chance.
bar here,
Attack
right?
the Mina.
So, let's go ahead and
Kujimitama!
lower his
All right.
defense.
Persona!
My other self! I'll finish you! Persona! Take this!
Take this!
Yeah, I'm not.
Persona! Sudama! You're mine! Persona!
Time for my persona!
Enough
Persona!
of this!
Eat this!
So as you see, he's gonna go into the ground again. And oh, it's this phase. Yeah, so that's the problem.
Impertinent rats!
Is it goes back to phase
Seems
one.
you need a good whipping to make you understand!
Now on hard difficulty, when I did this, first of all, it was so hard to get all of these things dead. But once I got them all dead, I went into the second phase, and by the amount of damage I did,
What is this attack? There has to be more than just our color changing. We should be cautious.
Persona!
what made it difficult was just it was impossible to damage him at all in that other phase. The media.
Oh, that's a big help.
Sorry!
Oh, and here's the other thing. Yeah, they can revive their other
They regenerated?
parts.
Damn it. Those things can come back if we don't take them down at once?
Oh man, on hard mode, I'm just remembering how bad it was. It was awful.
You're covered in paint! I don't like the look of this.
No.
You will pay. No way!
Weapon persona! Get wrecked!
Now I can focus on this thing.
Yeah, nice one, Panther!
Ah, didn't mean to attack. Sometimes I do that, and I feel stupid. There. Attack. I really want to push this last. Oh God, why? So annoying with their restore powers. Get out of here.
Damn it! Damn it! Stop it, you brats! Or else...
Do it!
You know what? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up showing you guys the hard mode stuff before I show you this, just because I know for a fact that it would just make more sense chronologically.
Damn brats!
Yeah. He also didn't hurt that, like, he was like super easy on the hard mode, like him himself, right, like doing right now. There was nothing about him that was challenging. The problem, honestly and truthfully, came from, just that first phase would drain you.
With this power.
I'd
like to try this skill soon.
Audio should be 100% back after this. Hey guys, it's Mina, and I just wanted to completely admit that I really butchered Madarame's palace when it came to doing the recordings. Part of the fault lies in the fact that I was trying to listen to what Atlas said. The other part was that because I was recording so many videos back to back without taking a break, that I ended up just not keeping all of my recordings and losing some of the audio data, which is that's my fault. The worst part is like it continues because I was so keen on trying to follow what Atlas said. A lot of the subsequent days after completing Madarame's palace, I did a lot of terrible voiceovers where I was just not saying certain things because I was like, that's a spoiler, and you know, I feel bad about that. So the only thing I can really do and make this 100% genuine is that I might just completely record over what I had said during those parts, or just kind of cover the parts where I was just trying to be obedient. And for clarity's sake, I think I'll maybe put like something in the bottom of the screen that kind of signifies if it was part of the original or a replay. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry about this.